Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Today, I wanted to talk about India and that its coronavirus numbers are way, way low. And it's only going to be a matter of time that it's going to just explode. It's a ticking time bomb. India is a country that has about 1.4 billion people. It may have more people than China. Now, I have this COVID-19 tracker up here, and I'm taping this where I'm this video is for from April 20th, 2020, and as of now, we have a total of 2 million, or 2.5 million people who have the virus. And if you look at here, it's almost 800,000 for the United States, Spain 200,000, Italy just under that, Germany 150, United Kingdom 124, France 114, Turkey 90. You got China with 88, Iran 83, Russia 47,000, Brazil 40, Belgium just under that, Canada, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Portugal, and then here you go. There's India. Oh, there it is. Isn't that unbelievable? Boy, those people are so healthy. They don't get sick. Those people must have. Maybe they breathe every 5 minutes, right? Like a person who can hold their breath. Maybe they just breathe one time every maybe a half an hour. I mean, they only what 1.4 billion people, and you have a country right above it of Portugal. How many people live in Portugal? 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, the most. How many people live in Switzerland? And that's a cold country. And supposedly the virus doesn't hit cold countries, or it's the other way. And I'm sorry, it's the heat, which it does. Anyway, Netherlands. How many people live in the Netherlands? Canada. Canadians, there might be 20, 30 million people, 40 the most in Canada. Belgium. How many people live in Belgium? Right? Understand my point? I mean, Germany. There's not a lot of people live in Germany. I mean, the United States has about 340 million people, which is about 4 times less than India. And we have oh, so many more times, 15, 20, 30, what, 100 times more, whatever it is, I don't know, 10, 50 times more than Italy, than India, and they have 4 times the amount of people that we have. I mean, come on. So I go over here. I mean, I'm looking at, I've been looking at these numbers. I'm thinking India's going to have to start moving up in the rankings. I mean, just by the fact that they have a lot of people in that country. So then what is it? What is it? Why? Why is it that they're not getting that many people or people sick? Here you have Mr. Modi shaking hands with the Trumpster, President Trump. And then Trumpster, Donald Trump says, "Oh, extraordinary times." He's tweeting this out. Extraordinary times require even closer cooperation between friends. Thank you, India and the Indian people, for the decision on the HCQ. Will not be forgotten. And basically, President Trump was trying to get the hydroxychloroquine drug, which is the anti-malaria drug, because it's touted as the possible treatment for the coronavirus. And the Prime Minister Moody said, "Mr. Trump, yeah, no problem. We like you. We can help you out." Now, who knows how much we're paying for this freaking drug? It's supposed to be relatively cheap because it's a 50-year-old drug, and it's not an expensive drug because it's a genetic drug. But who knows how much we're paying? Look at this. Now, why is Mr. Moody, Prime Minister Moody, shaking hands with Trump? Why? Does he really need to sell this generic drug to the United States? I don't think he's that nice of a guy. No, he may be a nice guy. He may. But you know what? Let's look at it a little further. I think Mr. Moody may have some ulterior motives. Maybe. I'm not sure. Now, I'm pulling this up from the Washington Post, and it says as of Friday, but this is going back probably a month or so. But it says here, India has conducted 27,688 tests. Government labs can process about 9,800 tests per day. And 29 private laboratories can also test for the coronavirus for additional capacity of up to 12,000 per day. So basically, you have about the capacity of 22,000 tests per day to test for the coronavirus. Now, if you do the math and you take 1.4 billion people and divide it by 22,000, you come up to 160 years. 160 years. So it's going to take India 160 days to provide one coronavirus per each individual, Indian individual. 160 years. Okay? That's pretty incredible. And as we all know, if you get tested today, 3 months from now, 2 months from now, you're going to have to get tested again because you might have acquired the virus within those 2 or 3 months that you haven't gotten tested. All right, so basically, if you get your test today in April, you're going to have to wait for your next test in 160 years from now. So why do you think Mr. Prime Minister Moody, is shaking Donald Trump's hand? Because he needs the capacity. He needs to ramp up his capacity. If you look further down here, it says the country's public health infrastructure is overstretched, making it particularly challenging in the event of widespread community transmission. One doctor per 11,600 people. One isolation bed for 84,000 people. A total of 40,000 ventilators for 1.37 billion people. 40,000. That's a joke. So why do you think Prime Minister Moody is shaking Donald Trump's hand? Right? He's shaking his hand because today I'm giving you a favor, and tomorrow you're gonna have to give me a favor. He's gonna want a bunch of ventilators. He's gonna want maybe send us a whole bunch of doctors. How about some isolation beds there, Mr. Trump? Right? Come on. So basically, we're trading for genetic drugs, and we're going to be sending, the United States is going to be sending over maybe doctors, a bunch of ventilators, ICU beds, and whatnot. So Mr. Moody's got this already planned out. Yeah, I'll give you some of my generic drugs, and pretty soon I'll be asking for probably a couple, $3-4 trillion in goods and monies and everything else. So it's politics. So it'll come down to politics. India has a lot more than 17,000 people that have the virus. Come on, are you kidding me? Portugal has more infected people than India. Switzerland has more people infected than India. The Netherlands, come on. It's just they're not testing. They're not testing. So that's my rant for today. I hope you appreciate it. Please subscribe. If you want, please click on the like button. And thank you and have a good day.